happen to see a Chinese spy balloon, what's the move? You seem like a Second Amendment guy. Can you take care of this for us? Can I trade every gift
Revelio.
you ever give?
I would join you if I could.
For the Miami Dolphins.
I shall await your arrival in the map chamber.
Do you believe in ghosts? Yeah. I knew it. All right, Santa, you'll appreciate that my guest today has spent years spreading Christmas cheer to every household in America with basic cable. And since starring in a Hallmark Christmas movie automatically makes you not a celebrity, I am not breaking this show's rich, long-standing tradition. Enjoy.
Let's face it, most people aren't making massive turkey feasts on the regular. And after 364 days of not thinking about it, it can be hard to get that bird just right. Then
now you can help build. Now, I said I wouldn't have celebrities on my show, but I'm making an exception for today's guest because he starred in 16 of my favorite Hallmark Christmas flicks. Please welcome Luke McFarlane.
Revelio.
Thank you so much for having me. When I was asked to do this, I was like, is he really a fan of Hallmark Christmas movies? And I got, word that you are, in fact, a director of Hallmark Christmas movies.
If I was honest about how much I love them, everyone would assume I'm doing a bit.
It would freak them out, yeah.
Well, I don't even care if it freaked them out, but they wouldn't take me seriously. And I almost need you to know that I'm being honest, or it is kind of meaningless. But yes, I've loved Hallmark movies way before it was ever fun to watch them and laugh at some of the silliness of it. And for some reason, my mom, she also loves them, and that's more on brand for what they were doing. My mom and I watched them separately, and then we both found out that we loved them. And now it's a thing. And my wife, when she watches them now with me, and she's a hip, cool comedy writer. So at first she was just kind of mocking, but then you get past that part of it.
Yeah, it's not an unfamiliar story, the one you just
Revelio.
And I've been doing it for so long that I kind of saw that change too when they kind of came into the zeitgeist, the drinking games and the right thing. But when I first started doing them, it wasn't really on the radar. It's been interesting to watch evolution, and also Hallmark.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Are also trying to redefine themselves in this space, and they don't want to be a joke.
Leviosa.
They also are popular, and they want to be accepting, and they want to be inclusive. So they're kind of going on it. So it's strange in this town to do anything as long as I've done Hallmark films, And
Depulso.
Everything change around it. Just the people that watch them and the way they make them, and how to make a movie. In 14 days, that makes sense.
That's how long it takes them to make. 14 days.
Generally speaking, I've done some that are a little longer. A snow budget is a big part of the Hallmark movie.
Revelio.
Snow. So if there's a bigger budget, you might get 16.
Here's what I like about them. Here's what I watch one that I like. It's got log cabin. It has to have a small town. I don't want anything magical. I don't want a prince of a fake country. I fucking hate that. Immediately I'm mad at this. I'll watch it still. I also think it's great that the woman always would choose the small town over her great career. Yeah. At the end, I always like her, I can have it both ways. It's like, no, you can't. Just once I want her to fucking stay. But anyway, I don't like database. That gets me angry. And they do those sometimes. And whatever, that one group that they have, When Calls the Heart, I get... Parties. Fuck, I get mad at those.
That pillar is blocking the path.
First of all, who comes up
I'll
with
need
the
to
title,
move it.
When Calls the Heart? Those are just words put together.
It's a complicated title. And they're famous for complicated titles. I did Sense and Sensibility and Snowman.
That's cute.
It doesn't make any sense.
No, I don't
Accio.
care. Snowman in a pack.
There wasn't, Snowman wasn't even really a part of it.
Are you guys competitive with each other?
Yeah, kind of. The more I do it, it's like, what time is it again?
I mean, times they only premiere on Sunday, just 2 of them back to back.
Yeah, but it's leading up to Christmas. It's sort of distance
gotcha.
you are out. Like the one that comes
Depulso.
right after Halloween.
Descendo. Leviosa.
Then I start watching right after Halloween.
Defendo.
It's a little early for a lot of viewers. I think they're still kind of shaking up.
Week of Christmas, I'm not watching them anymore.
Right. So the prime spot is Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Families together.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Gotta find something everybody can watch. So
They shoot them all in the summer. They shoot most of them in Canada.
a lot of them. I have done one in Utah.
Sure, Utah's pretty, but
Very, very good.
But you have to wrap your head around the people.
Well, no, they were actually wonderful. We had great.
I love Mormons, but I'm fascinated by them.
It is
because it's insanity. How many Netflix short documentaries do you have to watch? Where you're like, no.
Or scripted series. You know what was really impressive was the background is always a big part of it.
Revelio.
They were like silent and so obedient. That sounds about right. I did use the word obedient.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Term from that one movie, Keep Sweet. Keep Sweet. That's what they always said. But anyway.
Reparo.
Where are you from? No. No. But I mean, I did grow up Christian, like really strong. I got a dad that was a pastor. Really? I was going to because no missionaries. Oh, because they hadn't
Accio.
the Bible.
Cabalso.
Right, like I don't
Levioso.
know. My
Descendo.
German felt the need to go over to Germany.
Save themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
Have you ever experienced a Christmas miracle?
Nope.
This is the first question.
Depulso.
Do you believe in
Accio.
ghosts?
Wingardium Leviosa.
Your parents, were they supportive of your career, wanting to do this?
Yeah, I mean, we don't come from an acting family at all. My dad was.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
And music was a big part of our lives. I played the cello, still do play the cello, so like understood performance and the discipline around the arts. My older sister was a wonderful violinist.
Leviosa.
Who wanted to study violin at Juilliard. And I remember when she got the Perspectives book, they mailed it to our house.
Accio.
And I was like, I didn't think I could do that.
You're an overachieving family.
Yeah.
I don't think you're good looking and you're overachieving. You play instruments, multiple instruments probably.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Primary instrument. But my family also just kind of let us do whatever we wanted to. They really, like, that wasn't the focus of the
Leviosa.
aim to take care of people.
That's all I want for my kids. I just want to be nice. I don't care if you never achieve anything.
I don't want to pay for my daughter.
You don't want to
Pay for, like, when she's old.
Why?
I want her to have a life. All the way through.
Until death. Everything. As long as you're just
Okay, maybe. I don't want to do
sweet.
that. Okay.
Yeah, and to answer your question, yes.
Okay.
Rich. How much does Juilliard cost?
I was lucky to go to scholarship. Most people don't get a scholarship.
Do you want your daughter to go to Juilliard too?
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
You want her to play the cello?
I would be into that. I'm going to try
Piano too?
a little bit, of course. You kind of learn. You ever been in a house so kids room?
Leviosa.
Kids room. And I guarantee you,
Well, he's got a little.
like a shitty plastic room, right?
No, this is like
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
John Legend, but we can't have
Leviosa.
do that.
Are you serious? Okay, so like, whatever. Fucking rich. It's like, that sounds very fancy. Okay.
That was a gift. I didn't buy it. I guarantee
John
someone.
Legend.
No, it was not John Legend. By the way, speaking of Juilliard, what was your audition?
I did 2 monologues. King Lear. I did Edmund the Bastard Son from King Lear. And I did a Canadian playwright.
Is it anything like Save the Last Dance? Are you serious? It's about getting into Juilliard, and it doesn't hold up.
Oh, really?
It's the way that she ends up, she's like, I think she's a ballerina. I forget now. I'm not going to try to go from memory. But then she meets a black guy, and he teaches her how to do hip-hop.
Hip-hop.
And it's Julia Stiles, who's just as like the epitome of hip-hop. And she's doing this audition to do it with a chair. She's like sitting in it, like they're like, oh wow, they're blown away. This is the greatest dancing we've ever seen. Anyway,
the sort of precursor to Save the Last Dance is Fame, which is the welder, and she auditions for Juilliard, and they have all the professors there at the Juilliard thing, and I love it because one of them is wearing her like his glasses, and then like when she does something a little too sexy because it's
Accio. Depulso. Leviosa. Descendo. Cabalso.
scar in the eyebrow.
Expelliarmus. Confringo.
Racist. Wrong.
Accio. Descendo. Repulsor.
And I didn't know for some time that it's hard. Kid's gay, I think. He felt like, did I know you? Did you feel safe? And all those things. But he never made it.
By the way, were your parents supportive of your child? Because that to me is way worse as a father. Because I can't imagine having to lug that thing around to all the practices and for concerts.
My dad played the cello too. Yeah.
So you had 2 cellos in the truck?
We had to in the truck. What is a pickup truck?
What could you fit that thing in?
Cello is a double bass, so I'm grateful we have a double bass.
Is there a family of double bass players? You grew up
I
outside
believe
Toronto?
I need to proceed to the left here, but how?
No.
Really?
Have you
performed
performed
there?
there? Yes. It's more like the Michigan state of Canada.
Okay. I hate Toronto.
You do too.
I've never liked it. One of my least favorite Canadian cities. I don't know why people get into it. I'm like, this is shittier than Detroit.
But I will say, I filmed there in the winter for like 5 years, and it just like, it's sad. Like sidewalks with like cigarette butts, and like that's what I think of it.
I just am like, this city doesn't have any soul. That's my thing.
I think it does in the summer. I don't know what you're
Cheer for a stupid basketball team. In the industry, is there a stigma about doing Hallmark Christmas movies?
I don't know. I will say that, we get this is this? And I get like assurances from them. They're like, no, not all of this. They're not on those radars. And I'm like, they kind of are.
Now, there's a small group of you that make these, a lot of them.
The theater company.
Do you know these people? Or you have relationships with them? Are you friends with them?
I don't think I do.
Repulsor. Descendo.
And this hammered brick.
I will admit that
Travel to.
she should not.
Defendo. Confringo. Crucible. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Expelliarmus.
Like when all the decorations.
I love everything about her. Business savvy.
Confringo. Crucible. Defender. Expelliarmus.
Like, she could do anything. That's beside the point.
Where she's just thinking that right now.
I didn't, but now. But,
Accio. Wingardium
what I wanted
Leviosa.
to say was her song. That one time where she goes, we can leave the Christmas lights up till January. I'm like, that's only fucking 5 days after
Hitting those
Christmas.
marks readjusts the
That's not a big
archways.
deal.
Yeah.
That
Perhaps
line
there's a way
blows my mind.
forward from the other
5
side of this
days
one.
after Christmas is not.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Can you believe it? They left their Christmas lights up till January 2nd. You does other besides Hallmark Christmas movies?
Yes.
Hallmark does other holidays? Yes. Those are garbage.
But it's part of when you're in the state. You gotta pay your dues. You gotta do Valentine's. You gotta do Valentine's. You gotta do, the seasonality of Hallmark. I think I've hit all the other seasons.
The ones I didn't like, I'll be honest with you, Shoe Attic Christmas, Time Travel.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
She puts on new shoes and she time travels, guys. She time travels. Because it's Shoe Addict's Christmas. I didn't know that one made me angry.
But Jean Smart. Jean Smart was in that. She was so good in that. She really was. Attic is a tough word to use in a Hallmark.
Chateau Christmas, loved it. Setting Tahoe. I live in
Is it
Tahoe,
possible
so
to pull one of those
I always get
blocks through
excited
the
even
archway?
Also, randomly, George Lopez was in that one. I think he was like a bellman or a door.
Accio.
George Lopez is in one of these. I'm not a person. He's just like, why is he in this Hallmark movie? That's such a small role.
That is the fascinating thing. Like, they get some like
really. One of those twins from the home builders
Accio.
was in one of them. In one of them.
Yeah. He was acting?
Yeah, he was like a big city rep or something in one of them.
He wasn't playing like a
But let's go back to Chateau. You play the cello in that one.
I do.
Oh, that's
exciting. It was exciting. I tell you, when I first got the script, I played the violin.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
And they did.
Okay, so you do a poll.
Oh, huge.
All right, well, good. Then here's what I want done. Here's my two. I have 2 notes that if you can do this, because I don't care if you fucking studied at Juilliard or anyway. No actor can pull this off.
Playing a big instrument.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
Holding a cup of hot cocoa or coffee that's empty, and me believing that there's something in it. It does. Your arms don't move the right way. It's too fucking light. Put water in it every time. It's infuriating.
Daniel, we're learning, and this feedback has been given a lot.
Just put something in every. I can tell that there's nothing in it. Second note.
Yes.
Put some fucking bricks in the luggage.
Yeah.
I can tell when they're hitting the curb that it's empty. It's like, just put bricks in there and be done with it, you idiots.
Can I tell you, my first Christmas movie, I was, and I had a pickup truck.
Yeah.
And
was it red?
I don't remember.
It's red.
I don't remember.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
My first Christmas movie, it was like you shoot a lot, and I remember
Leviosa.
of course, and I just kind of loaded loosely my shit into the back of my pickup truck, and I'm a pickup truck owner. You can't paint the back of the pickup truck; it's just gonna bounce all over the place.
Insane.
And I was really embarrassed when I saw that, and then of course someone sent me a tweet where they're like, "Of course, Luke just loads things loosely in the back of his pickup truck." I was really embarrassed, so now I do, because people do watch them with a kind of
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Just a great movie. Just fun to watch.
After pulling the block out through the archway, I can place it where it can be climbed on while on the other side of the archway.
Oh my God, just a child.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
13 years ago.
Leviosa.
No, I don't know how old she is. Is she 36? Huh. Interesting.
That's why he can do things.
Are you better looking?
He's very good looking.
But are you better looking?
He does say to our daughter, "This is your handsome dad." No,
Handsome father.
That's not.
Your partner is an American alpine skier named Hig, which seems perfect for my Hallmark Christmas movie idea. Bring me some Higgy pudding. No? Do you ski? Do you snow ski?
I can now because of my partnership with Hig. He's obviously an incredible skier. And
Why do you say partnership?
I don't know, because we're not married.
Why you don't say boyfriend?
I guess I could say boyfriend. It feels different now because we're raising a kid together. I don't care if you get married. If you want to get to heaven, you you better do that right before you die. I'm sure we will at some point. But he's an amazing skier, and it's been crazy. Like, for a guy that I did not, we had like a garbage hill in my town, garbage hill that became the ski hill. So like I skied there, and with Hig, like I've skied in like Zermatt and Chamonix.
Have you ever seen
I've seen like
Leviosa. Descendo. Depulso. Accio. Potato. Stupefy. Descendo.
It's so crazy because anybody can stand on top of a hill and just lean forward and go down. Like, it's absurd how when they say like, oh, the amount of people that die every year, I'm like, it should be 1,000
I used to ski this is it's ice. They like hosted that. It's ice. Like you can hit it with a hammer. It's crazy.
When did you come? You came out in 2008 to the Hollywood.
I had my first job in television right after I graduated.
Did you straighten it up? Did you straighten up?
I do remember very clearly, like when I'm booking the show, it's talking to me, representatives, and they were like, "This is a really good part for you." And the implication was,
oh shit, I know what that implication is.
Straight military dude. So
Do you feel that coming out affected your career?
I don't know. I truly, I don't know.
You think had you not, you would have been Wolverine?
Wasn't
Or the Greatest Showman?
It's...
I'm not saying anything about...
Oh, I know.
Anything.
Oh, I know.
I'm just saying...
I have no idea. But, like, I can't imagine.
Here's what I think, though, back to the point because I'm sure, whether it's happened to you, it's certainly happened to others. I would with, as kind of a retribution of sort, that only gay people were allowed to be in anything. Like, I would be fine with that. I would be like, oh, well, let's do this for 30 years, and then we'll invite or maybe we're allowed to have 5 strings now. We can vote on it. Like, I'll take Christian Bale. I don't know, my list is there.
Akio.
But anyway, that's my list.
Christian Bale.
It's the only straight actor I would keep him. Also, I get annoyed when somebody comes out and you hear people. They're like, oh, we don't even care. Nobody cares anymore. It's like, hold on. Everybody cares. It's interesting. We care. We want to talk about it.
I mean, the big thing is, Luke's allowed to play straight. Should he not be allowed to play straight?
Right.
You know, if only he character.
But I have the easiest answer for this.
Yeah.
It's just like, no. He can do it. He can play straight. Anybody that's ever been marginalized gets to do everything. Yeah. There's my stance.
No, I appreciate that. I don't know if I was ever limited. I don't know if things were ever held for me, but like, you know,
Repulsor. Confringo. Defender. Cruiser. Expelliarmus. Protego. Stupid. Confringo. Deposit. Repulsor. Descendo. Repulsor. Protego. Stupid one. Stupid one. Stupid one. Stupid one. Accio. Depulsor. Protego. Stupid one. Expelliarmus. Crucial. Confringo. Stupid one. Defender. Expelliarmus. Repulsor. Descendo. Protego. Stupid one. Expelliarmus. Defender. Stupid one. Stupid one. Stupid one. Cruiser. Expelliarmus. Defender. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Cruiser. Defender. Protego. Stupid one. What a relief. Revelio.
Must say I'm curious to hear of Isidore's travels.
Do come in. Please, have a seat.
Isadora, we are all most intrigued to hear.
We're ready. I've something to show you. Father, these are my colleagues from Hogwarts. Father hasn't spoken since my brother died. On my travels, I confirmed that which I've always believed. that we have the power to take away pain.
Isadora. What have you done?
I took his pain.
This is uncharted magic, Isadora. You can only see what has been sealed in the jar, and we do not know what power that may hold. But the traces of that magic are different from what I've seen before.
Thank you.
You're back.
And in one piece, no less. It is good to see you again.
Professor Rookwood told me about what happened at Rookwood Castle.
In light of the dire circumstances in which we find ourselves, it is most fortunate that someone so competent is following this path.
Thank you, Professor. I shall keep the second artifact safe as you've advised.
Good. Are you ready to move on?
What was the glowing strand that Isadora pulled from her father's chest?
It was pain. You will understand more about her actions as you complete the trials.
I'm ready for whatever comes next.
In that case, introductions are in order.
Allow me to introduce former Hogwarts headmistress, Neve Fitzgerald.
How do you do? I must say that I was not entirely surprised to learn that a student had been completing the trials. I've always believed Hogwarts students capable of anything they set their minds to.
Thank you, Professor. It's a pleasure to meet you as well.
I am certain that you are more than capable of completing my trial. However, I must first, how shall I say, prepare the location of your next trial.
We trust your judgment, Professor Fitzgerald. You should know better than anyone how to manage the inconvenience of, well...
A vainglorious and exasperating headmaster? Indeed I should. I shall confirm that everything is in order immediately.
Of course. Professor Fitzgerald needs some time to clear the way forward. Until then, you should continue to hone your magic. If you learn more about Ranrock and Victor Rookwood's activities in the meantime, please let us know.
Very well, Professor. I know. Continue to hone my magic.
You do learn quickly. Hopefully you will soon hear from Lodgok as well, and we shall learn how he fared with the helmet you retrieved. Well done today, as always. We shall speak again soon.
Natty told me about your run-in with the poachers. I have some news about them as well. Can you meet me soon? I fear that some of what I uncovered has to do with you.
Revelio. Alohomora.
Been asked to teach you the exploding charm, Bombarda. Once you have completed the tasks I've set forth, speak to me after class.
Revelio. Alohomora.
Would like to talk with you when you have a moment.
Hello, Deke. Professor Weasley said you wanted to tell me more about the loom.
Ah, hello. Yes, about that, Deke has had a thought. He... Seems the room thinks you need more space for your beasts. As Deke was saying, he's had a thought. Now, Deke knows how you can test the item of clothing that you enhanced in the enchanted loom. And perhaps help an old friend in the process.
What do you mean?
A house elf named Tobbs works for his master, retrieving leech juice in a cave near Hogwarts. Tobbs' master doesn't let him leave the cave, and Deke knows the cave is infested with spiders.
That sounds awful.
It is. Deke hasn't heard from his friend for a while now. As the item you wove in the loom has an enchantment that might be useful, Deke thought you could test it whilst checking on Tobbs.
I understand. Leave it to me, Deke. I'll find Tobbs for you.
Oh, thank you. Please let Deke know what you learn about Deke's old friend.
I've been studying Salazar Slytherin's spellbook. Meet me in the Undercroft. I found something.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
You'll never believe what I...
What did you discover in the spellbook we found in the scriptorium?
Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
It was hard to do, but casting Crucio was our only option.
And I'm glad we did it, because in the spellbook I also found something else. References to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous. He wouldn't understand.
I see no reason to involve Ominous.
I'm glad you agree. When I know more, I shall send an owl. And don't feel sorry for Ominous. Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
I'll decide what's for my own good.
Ominous, we were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my way.
I am not letting this go.
Ominous, Sebastian meant well.
I know what I heard. You knew I wouldn't agree with this. Going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
I knew his parents died, but I never heard what happened.
Mr. and Mrs. Sallow were professors. Spent nearly every waking moment in the cellar library. Noses buried in books. Anne and Sebastian were upstairs when it happened. They heard a sudden crash and ran downstairs, but it was too late. Their parents had crumpled to the floor. A defect with the lamp in the cellar caused the room to fill with an undetectable toxin. Sebastian and Anne were helpless. They had no magic yet.
What a horrible story.
It is. That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I cannot lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spellbook.
Those references in the book seem promising.
Everything to do with Salazar Slytherin seems promising until it's too late. I hope Sebastian pursues this no further, but if you think he might, please let me know. It would mean a lot.
Revelio.
Yes, there've been mistakes, but I can't.
What?
Step on forward.
Expelliarmus. Expelliarmus.
No.
Confringo.
Petrificus Totalis!
Confringo!
Back for more.
He's
Benite.
Oh,
watch the light go out of your eyes. That one hurt. You're a bit dodgy with your skills, aren't you, sweetheart? Was that you, Roy? Petrificus totalis!
Huh? Venite. Expelliarmus.
Coward! Fight me fairly!
Confringo. Descendo. Capulso. Revelio. Depulso. Descendo. Levioso. Capulso. Accio. Thought you had some. Expelliarmus. You'll regret that, I promise you. Levioso. Descendo.
Shame nobody saw that. This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful. Assignment's all finished. Who lived here, I wonder?
Aaron Shearer's... You pretender! Levioso! Expulso! You're gonna have to stop that! I don't have all day! Incendio! Descendo! Incendio!
Impressive!
Levioso!
Stop that right now!
Descendo! Accio!
Impressive fighter, aren't you?
Descendo! Capulso! I'm afraid. Accio!
Stand and fight me!
That's just pitiful!
Depulso!
Pay for your deeds!
Protego! Leviosa.
Had enough?
Descendo. Depulso.
Agile thing, aren't you?
Leviosa. Depulso.
You've made a grave mistake.
Potato. I know you're stupid. Confringo. Confringo. Accio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Depulso. Leviosa.
Ugh. Shame you're so foul.
Depulso. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Leviosa.
I know a Merlin trial when I see one.
Leviosa. Revelio. Depulso. Revelio.
These Merlin trials won't get the best of me.
Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Convulso. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Depulso. Revelio. Levioso. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo.
Revelio.
Let's see what's up your sleeve this time, Merlin.
Expelliarmus.
What's that?
Confringo. Your poaching days are over.
Excellent work today. Class dismissed. I take it you're ready to learn.
I completed your assignment, Professor. I'm ready to learn Bombarda now.
Good. Now, this spell comes with a caveat. It should only be used when necessary. The exploding charm, as you might suspect, can hurt people. Use caution when casting it.
I will, Professor.
I will hold you to that promise. Now, you must be precise in your wand movements. We don't want you blowing your hand off. Go ahead. Nice and steady wand movements. Remember, the exploding charm is highly volatile. Well done. Now, let us put it into practice, shall we? Go ahead. Try it on the pumpkins.
Bombarda!
Excellent wand work. Cast the spell just like that every time. Assured and in control. Excellent. You have it well in hand.
Shane Bardolph thought dark magic was the answer. I reckon Rookwood's played a hand in his disappearance.
Excuse me, did you say something about Bardolph Beaumont?
I did. I don't think we've met. I'm Dorothy Sprottle. I was just worrying about Claire Beaumont's brother Bardolph, only he's gone missing. Rumour is he was seen in the forest practicing dark magic. Saw him myself near some ruins with Rookwood's lot I did. I fear he got himself into trouble with the Ashwinders. especially if he made them a promise he couldn't keep. I'd help search for him myself, but no one will risk encountering Ranrock's loyalists. They seem to be everywhere.
I can certainly look out for him.
Any help would be appreciated. You might speak to Claire first. Perhaps she has some insights that I don't. I can tell you that Bardolph was last seen in the forest wearing a particular woolen jumper, one that Claire knitted herself. Claire will be at her shop if you'd like to speak with her.